In this video, I'm going to look at our Trading212 portfolio that my fiance and I share, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I got her to start investing. Yes, that's right guys, we're going to look at Trading212. As you probably know, I'm not the biggest fan of Trading212, but there are a couple of reasons why I use it. We'll go into those in a second. But first I want to talk about the channel. This is, if you're new here, this is an investing channel, investing in the stock market channel. I do a little bit of currency trading as well, which I do very few videos on, but it's mostly about investing in the stock market. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm sure the content will help you out in some way, shape or form. And while you're there, give the video a little like. It's worth just pointing out now as well that if you use the referral link to Trading212 in the description, you will get a free share worth up to £100 as long as you funded the account as little as £1. So you put £1 in, you get a share worth as much as £100. It's not normally that much, it's normally 9 quid, 8 quid, but it's free money, so why would you not? Plus, it's just going to help you on your journey, in your investment journey. A friend of mine sent me a link recently. He'd done a referral fee worth £82, which is free money, free 82 quid basically. You've got to hold it for three days, I think, and then you're free to do what you want with it. You're able to sell it if you want, or hold on to it for the long term. You'll see in a minute. I got Royal Dutch Shell, and it's gone up 43%, and it was a free share, so winner. Anyway, with that all said, let's get into it. So why do I use Trading212? There's a couple of reasons. One, zero commission. There's zero commission with Trading212. You can buy all the stocks, as much of each stock you want, and it won't cost you commission. It will cost you stamp duty, but not commission, which is really good. And with this portfolio, the one I share with my fiance, it was always going to be a much smaller amount, a much smaller portfolio, not the kind of figures that I put into my IG account, which is mine. So this portfolio I'm going to show you is far smaller, probably the smallest portfolio you'll see on YouTube, but I will very soon be doing my big £50,000 IG portfolio review and showing you all the positions in that one. So this one's far smaller. But the reason I got into that, we're putting much smaller figures into it. We literally put £37.50, I think we work it out to be, in every single month, and just slowly build that up. It's also in the green for the first time in a long time, which is great, and I'll show you that in a second because we'll go into it on the computer. But the reason I use Trading212 is they offer fractional shares, which means you can buy a portion of a share. Instead of buying a whole Tesla stock for 500 or whatever it is at the moment, I don't even know, you can buy a portion of that share and only pay a fractional of the price, hence fractional shares. They also have quite a good mobile app, so I can play with it and tinker with it kind of on the go and look at things and buy and sell on the go. Not that I do that a great deal anyway, it's just on a monthly basis, but I like to have the mobile app as well, so I can use that. So your zero commission, your fractional shares and your mobile app, it's UK based. It's probably one of the better ones in the UK, and that's why I use it. I got a couple of free shares with a platform called TETrading. Do not like free trade at all, just doesn't work. And as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Trading212 anyway, much prefer IG. I'm going to do a video on the reasons I don't like Trading212, the platform, and I'll also dive in at the same time into IG and show you the bits I really like about IG. So we'll get into it and we'll have a look at the portfolio and the positions that we're currently in, the mistakes I made in the first place. I'll be completely transparent about why I was buying into certain stocks and why that was a mistake and the wrong thing to do, and just give you a complete transparent look at the portfolio, and I'll give you kind of an idea of what I'm going to be getting into on a monthly basis as well, because I just spread the £37.50 we put in. I spread that across 6-7 different companies, and I'm just going to be sticking to those set companies really, and dollar cost averaging for years and years to come, hopefully. So we'll just jump straight into the computer and show you what you're here to see. Right, I'm in the portfolio. I'm going to go through the listings. I'm going to quickly put up on screen here the reasons why I was so heavily into the banking sector when I first started investing. Warren Buffett was heavy on banking stocks. He said they were a safe bet. I didn't do any homework on Lloyd's, Barclays, HSBC. I just knew they were all big banking groups, and they were likely to be able to weather any storm, and they paid good dividends. So I went into them for the wrong reasons. And if you look up on screen, hopefully this is showing you what I need you to see, because I've refilmed this, but it shows you at the top of the screen there. It comes straight into this top US stocks, top UK stocks, big winners, big losers, popular stocks, things like that. The mobile app always opened on top UK stocks. I then look and see that Lloyd's was literally 38p, or however much it was at the time, 40p, 45p. And because we were putting such small amounts into the portfolio, i.e. £20-25 a month, we've only recently upped that, I was buying heavily into Lloyd's, and then of course it would plummet, and I think, wow, okay, I can buy Lloyd's at a lower price. And I kept buying into Lloyd's. I dollar cost averaged in Lloyd's, but then of course everything happened in May and the financial sector just plummeted, and so that's why I'm so far down in the banking sector. And just to outline exactly, with complete transparency, my mistake and what I did that was wrong that I shouldn't have done. That's what happened. Is literally because the app opened up on that page, I saw that it was cheap and I bought into it. You know, they may bounce back and end up being great earners. Who knows? But just at the moment, they're not doing all that well. So anyway, so this is the portfolio. All True Group, went into All True Group because I consider their dividend quite safe, being that they're a dividend king. They're not going to want to break that record for any real reason, and I think they're going to innovate. They're going into the e-cigarette space quite a lot on cannabis, so I think they're going to still maintain that dividend, and it was just the dividend I went into it for, really, because I know I'm going to be holding this portfolio for the long term. Apple, went into Apple. You don't need me to tell you why I went into Apple. It's quite self-explanatory. I'm going to be buying Apple for the long term. Always will. Dollar cost average into Apple. AT&T, bought into AT&T because same reason, one of my favorite dividend stocks. As you all know, if you don't know that, you're not watching enough of my videos, so go and watch more of my videos. I'll put a card in the top corner of a random video, just go watch it, why not? So AT&T I'm going to be bullish on AT&T. They're in massive debt at the moment, but they've got their debt well and truly under control. It's certainly in hand. They've got huge cash flow. In the last 2 or 3 years, they've paid £30 billion pounds worth of their debt off, and reduce their debt interest quite drastically as well. So they're going in the right direction. So a good buy at any point in my eyes. Barclays, let's go through the banking ones now. So Barclays, HSBC and Lloyd's. Lloyd's is the second biggest position in my portfolio. It's £32 down at the moment, 35% down. So just above the cursor there, you can see. Oh no, you can't because my face is that way. There we go, just under 35% down, which is fantastic because I was 55% down. So that's actually bounced back quite well. It's doing really well now. But again, I wouldn't repeat the same mistakes as I did before. I wouldn't be buying into Lloyd's where they were probably before. Anyway, so they're the banking sectors that I'm in. We've then got Coca-Cola. I mean, you don't need, yeah. If you know anything about investing and dividend investing, they're a good bet. And we're up on that as well, so we're nearly 4% up in Coca-Cola. IBM Corporation, another solid long-term hold in any situation really. Down 5% at the moment, which is fine, nothing to worry about. Still paying dividends and will certainly bounce back, no problem. That's a long-term hold. Johnson & Johnson, yeah, again, doesn't need an explanation really. 64 years, I think, of consecutive dividend growth. It's a dividend growth stock, i.e. the stock itself won't necessarily grow, but the dividend will. And just a little bit down in that. Lloyd's we've spoken about. Microsoft, these are all big companies. You would have heard of all these, you'll know about them. Solid companies. So Microsoft, just a little bit up in that, so that's good. Pepsi, as well as Coca-Cola. Now a lot of people would only go into one of them, but you know, why not go into both? They're both good companies. Pepsi a bit more diverse, I think. Not as well known in terms of Coca-Cola is the name when it comes to soft drinks, fizzy drinks, or soda pop, as you Yanks would call it. Pepsi, lesser known but more diverse in the company itself, and they're 5.5% up, which is good. Pfizer, bought ages ago. I've held Pfizer for a long time, and even though its most recent jump still hasn't brought it back into the green, but that's fine. Again, good dividend company, 4%, just over 4% yield, and we'll hold that for the long term. Procter & Gamble, everybody knows that if you're not going to buy Johnson & Johnson, you need to buy Procter & Gamble, or why not own them both? So Procter & Gamble 3% up and 50 something years worth of dividend growth, so always going to be in that, absolutely fine. Royal Dutch Shell free share. Got this one free with the referral link. Somebody used my referral link and I got a free share, so thank you whoever that was. Royal Dutch Shell, and since owning it, I'm £3.75 up in it, 42% up. So that's even at £3.75, you know, it's free money. It's all good. So it started, as I said at the beginning of the video, it started as like a £9 share. It's now £12.67. So really, in fact, that's probably the highest gain I've had of any of the stocks at 42%. It's certainly in this portfolio. Right now, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. It's not VOO, ticker symbol VOO. I don't know what it is. It's another thing about Trading212. They don't hold a lot of normal US ETFs. Anyway, I'll go into that in another video, but it's a Vanguard S&P 500 tracker, nevertheless, and we're 13.4% up in that, and that's my biggest holding at 583, £70 up. Now, that saved me because the portfolio is £35 up at the moment, 34, there we are. Now, I'm 32 down in Lloyd's, I'm £2 down in HSBC, I'm £4 down in Barclays, £1 down in Pfizer. So this £70 up, which is an ETF, S&P 500 index tracker, a dollar cost average, I buy it all the time, and this is the power. This just shows you, it's 13% up, so it's the best performer, oh no, Walt Disney is, apologies, the second best performer in my portfolio, taking Royal Dutch Shell out of the portfolio because I didn't buy that given that. So my purchases is the second best performer, and the reason I'm in it is because it's an ETF, it tracks the S&P 500, it's relatively safe, it diversifies our money for us, and it's just, you can't go wrong with it. Anyway, last stock here is Walt Disney, and Walt Disney 22, nearly 23% up, which is great. Bought Walt Disney in the dip when we all knew it was going to be a solid company for the long term, and obviously since it's cut its dividend, which is really frustrating, but we'll probably just hold on to it for the moment, and I've got no reason to sell out of anything in this portfolio at the moment. I'm just going to keep adding to it. So you can see at the bottom, or you probably can't, there we are, portfolio value is £865, massive Vanguard holding there, got 21p free. And that's it, that is the portfolio. So complete transparent. Look, if I'm missing anything in this, i.e. the layout can be changed, and there's a button I've not seen somewhere that changes the layout and it makes it far more ergonomic and easier to use, please put in the comments and just let me know, because I'm missing something, and quite frankly, I don't want to be traipsing through a website, a platform, trying to find a solution to what shouldn't be a problem. So let me know if you know. If not, it doesn't really matter. I'll just keep adding to it, and I use the mobile app anyway most of the time. So yeah, no, that's it. So I'll kick you back out there. That's the portfolio, £865. I'll do another portfolio review maybe when I get over 1,000, which will be in a few months' time. We don't add a great deal to it on a monthly basis. It's just as and when each month, £37.50. I'm going to keep working on getting my fiancé to just up that figure a little bit by bit, and keep sort of convincing her to put more into it. I've convinced her to up it once, so we'll see, and she'll know I'm going to do this if she watches these videos, which I don't think she does. So that's it, that's the portfolio, and I'll report back when it gets maybe to 1,000. I'll show you what other positions I am in. I'll kick you back out into the real world. So there we are, Trading212. Couple of pitfalls, couple of things I don't like about it, as I've probably just explained in there. Much prefer our IG, as you know, and as I sort of bang on about it. So that's the portfolio. I hope that was helpful in one way or another. Gave you some insight into what we're doing, and hopefully gave you an idea that, and a bit of context maybe, and a bit of proof that you can literally start investing with such little money. You can put 20 quid in, £25 in, £50, £100, whatever you have left over, put it in, forget about it, put it into decent stocks that will continually either pay you back in dividends, that's the way I like to do it, or growth stocks that you're very confident are going to grow in value. You can just leave it there, or into your ETFs, your Vanguards, VOO, VTI, VYMs, and things like that, where you can literally just put it in and leave it and not touch it. So that's what I'm wanting to get across to you guys, is that you can start with such little money, and we did, and we're still putting such little money into it, but in time it's growing and growing and growing, and that's what it'll do, and that's the beauty of not only compound interest, but that's the beauty of just consistency. So you can start trading for such little money, anyone can do it. And as I said, if you want to start trading, use my referral link down below and you will get a free share by funding the account by as little as £1. Put a bit more in because you're investing, but you'll get that free stock as well in the referral link down below. If or when you open an account, go for either the investment account or the ISA account. If you want leverage, you can open the CFD account, but when investing, if you're putting money into the stock market to forget about it and let it sit there for years and years and years, you want to go for the investment or the ISA account, not the CFD account, because that's leveraged and it poses a greater risk to your capital. So that's it, guys. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you're here and you're enjoying the content, subscribe to it. I'll put a little flashy thing up here, it'll come up on the screen and it'll look all fancy, but you can't use that. You need to go to the bit right in the corner of my face, click that, and then that'll allow you to subscribe. It's as simple as that, and it's free. Why would you not do it? Give the video a like as well, because that really helps out the channel and helps it grow and helps me push the message out to as many people as possible. That would be really helpful. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you later. Bye bye.